Hello, YouTube. Welcome back to NHL 26. In this one, we're starting a new franchise. We are taking command of the Halifax Highlanders in this league here. The divisions are all aligned how they should be. I put ourselves in the Metropolitan, more or less so we had a Canadian team over here is kind of my thing. Maybe the Atlantic works a little better, but honestly, for this, it doesn't really matter. So we're going to continue on. We've got the NHL there. Owner mode off. Fog of War off. Morale will be on. We're not doing a fantasy draft. And everything else there looks okay. And we will go into the rules. And just under quick settings here, we will be putting it on Superstar, not that it matters because we will not be playing games anyway. Trade difficulty will be hard. Everything else remains the same. And so what we're going to be doing in this is we are going to be building through the draft. We will not be signing a whole bunch of high-level free agents early on to stockpile a ton of draft picks. In fact, until we are competitive, until we are making some moves in the stand and getting out of the basement, we are not allowed to sign anybody through free agency over 80 overall. So only 79, 80, and below. Until we're getting competitive and kind of hanging in there, we're just going to go under the assumption that nobody wants to sign with our crap team, and that'll be that. So we're just going to get into this here. We're getting through this. We'll do some team bonding right off the get-go. Get some good morale with management there. We got our cap. And so our team heading into Season 1. We don't have anything, really. Our team is bottom of the barrel. We can take players off of waivers, and we can accept trades that are being sent to us. So here's what the team looks like. First season, it's bad. It's real bad. And so defense, I mean, at least we're getting some plus chemistry there. Goalies, we're not doing much better there. 75 overalls. So first season is going to be rough. We're going to be tanking. And we're going to see how long it takes us to become competitive and to how long it'll take us to win a cup. I would like to do it within the first 10 years or so would be ideal. But we are just going to simulate up here until the trade deadline. Not that there's anything we can really do other than like trading future picks for picks now, but I don't think I'll be doing that this season anyway, so I am going to cut it off here and simulate up. We will accept that guy, and I will catch you in the next little part here. So we were able to trade Saros here for a 5th and a 6th throughout the trade deadline, and I'm just kind of seeing what players I can trade off. We only have them for the season, so just seeing what we can get back in return. We won't be re-signing anybody, so we're just going to take whatever picks we can get here and rock with that. I doubt anybody else is going to even be tradable. Probably just those two. Let's see if a goalie. Nope. So that's it. That's our only moves for the trade deadline. It's just picking off a couple minor picks, and I'm going to simulate ahead to the end of the season, and we'll see where we are. We will take that guy. Not that it matters because we won't be able to trade anyway. We're 7, 56, and 6. Or 7, 56, and 4. And so see how we finish off the season here. We've picked up a couple of wins. We are very, very far from being competitive and getting blown out quite a bit. Although we are getting some overtime games, which is something. So we'll take that. And let's see here. Feeling through, will we be able to break 20 points is kind of a question, actually. I mean, we might be able to. There's a chance. We just need one overtime loss and we can get 20. Lost 7-1 to the Flames. Hey, there we go. 21 points. Beat the Rangers in shootout. The Islanders have scored 16 goals to our 2. They've scored 20 goals to our 4. So we're far away from being able to contend with the Islanders. At least that's for sure. And we're just rounding up the season here. Seeing where we're at. I wonder if we can win one of these last 3 here. 8-0 to Chicago. Let's see. 4-3 to Philly. And do we win the last game of the regular season? No. Okay, so we finished 8-68-6. Let's see here. It looks like the Stars are the President's Trophy winners. And so we're going to simulate ahead here and see who is winning what. And we're going to get up to the draft. And we'll set that like that. And I will see you at the cup menu. And a quick note here, Tampa Bay won the cup. And so we're moving up in towards the draft now. And we fell from 1 to 3. Boston has moved up to the first pick. Vancouver stays at 2. So that's unfortunate there that we don't win the draft lottery. And so we'll see here what we can get in the draft. Let's see here. Hopefully, with the third pick, we can at least get somebody decent. Would have been real nice to stay to 1. Let's see what our draft class is looking like here. We have Marn Sokins, a couple other guys. I don't really know any of them. Let's see. Showing Walter Ness. Not really much. This Xavier guy's putting up points. Ness, Stenberg. Twice he's not better in this game. And okay, so not much. We have a gem here at number 7, so that's something. So let's skip ahead here, see what the first is. A medium elite. There's that guy there. It's also a medium elite. What are we looking at? We may actually trade down 1 here. I don't know if I want. I think I would rather go. Yeah, I think I'd let them have Ness and go Steinberg. Yeah. So I'm going to see if I can actually trade down to San Jose here. Maybe they can give us another pick here. Something decent. Maybe give us a second. No. I was hoping there. Maybe a third. Not quite. We're just going to take whatever we can get. Not far off. Come on. We're giving you a better overall. At least give me a pick. So maybe I can get a 7th rounder to move down a slot. No, I can't. Alright, we're just going to take a 3rd. Forget about it. We're going to take Steinberg, left winger. We can build around him, 78 overall. And the D was 79. That's alright. That Reed defenseman guy, he was a 74. And let's see, there is this one that's a gem. He does put up some points, doesn't have many penalty minutes, and he's a power forward. He's a 6'5" left winger. You know, we might just jump on that one. If we can find something here to trade. 80 overall there. Left wing sniper. Yeah, let's see if we can trade here for number 7. Do not really have anything to trade. Maybe I could trade some picks. Maybe a 2nd and a 3rd will do it. I doubt it. No. So maybe if I give him a 2nd, a 3rd, and a 3rd from next year, that gets him a little closer. Not looking like it. 4th and a 5th. No. That's the hard part, because we are trading on hard difficulties, so these trades are not fun to make. Nothing there. So maybe a third and a fourth from next year. That nothing. Wow. They do not want to give up this pick. We're not really that close either. Maybe a third from the next round, draft after. Still nothing. Okay. Well. We are going to try some seconds then. We're going to try 3 second-round picks. That should be a good deal, but they do not think so. So we'll do 3 seconds and a third. Nothing there. Maybe do another third. If they don't take that, we can't go with that. Unfortunate. So skip ahead. Does take Ryan Lynn. So does Winnipeg. Actually, they don't want their pick. So we do stand a chance here. Let's see. If they don't want their pick, maybe though they are a little more inclined to make a deal. Does that? Oh, that's quite close. Maybe if we do a fourth, that is actually a much better deal. That is a much better deal. There we go. That works out. We get to pick 8th overall. He's an unknown potential, but 6'5". He's got size. We don't really know anything about him. So medium elite, perfect. What else is in this draft? I might look at some others here. There is some medium elites here. This Mitz. See, this guy's got a lot of penalty minutes, but a lot of assists. Same thing, a lot of penalty minutes in some of these guys. So we'll see who doesn't want their pick and who does. Is this Washington wanting to get rid of their pick? It is. Okay. So let's skip ahead a couple picks here. Carls, he's medium elite. Smits, that's the one that we were looking at there, that offensive defenseman. We have a center and a center right wing. What between these two guys could we really go for? I think we'll go this Caleb guy if we can manage this. The Kings don't want to trade their pick for 12th. Nope. Okay, let's see if we can pick up the 11th overall. Try to keep filling the cupboard here. We got 2 left wingers, so that's actually kind of nice to have 2 medium elite left wingers to kind of start this team off. Let's see, a second, a third, and a fourth. Does that get the deal done? Not quite. Let's add in a 5th from this year. He's closer. And we'll do a 5th from next year. I don't mind getting rid of some of these lower picks because right now we really need quality players in here to kind of fast track ourselves. There we go. We do get that trade. So we get the 11th overall pick. Means we get 3 in the top bit here. This guy's a little smaller. I don't like all those penalty minutes. Let's go with Bork here. Hopefully, medium elite. Perfect. And that guy ended up only being a top 6. I'm glad I second-guessed myself, at least on potential. I second-guessed myself, so let's see here. Looks like that might be the last main elite here of the top bit of this draft. So we'll have a look through. This is the first round. Going to be the biggest bit of it here. Igor Kapanov. That's a center. Doesn't really jump out at me. It does say potential medium elite and balanced Joe Thornton. I think I'm just going to skip on that. Yeah, top 6. We still got a lot of top 6s here, so we're just going to simulate through. See if there's anything late first that we want. Other than that, we will just send ahead. Yeah. No goalies. We do need to keep our eye out for a goalie here because we're going to need to develop a goalie. Okay, well, that's medium elite goalie. So let's see if our next pick is before 260. We got 166. So we are going to simulate all the way up till that round. And we're going to go look at goalies here. I think it's Law. Yeah, Law here. Let's take a bet. Let's see if we can get medium. Ah, he's a fringe starter. That's what we get. Not much here. We do have a low medium elite defensive defenseman here. Let's go with that. Hey, he is low elite. There we go. That's something. In the 6th round, I will take that. That is good value. We're going to have a look at goalies again and just really just try to see if there's anything that we can get our hands on here. Maybe this Betts guy. Fringe starter. Still nothing. Sim the draft. We get a couple weak kind of lower goalies in our system, but we get 4 elite potential players out of that draft. And so I'm going to sim up and do our re-signing and sim up to free agency, where we're not going to be able to sign anybody over 80 overall. So once I get that all done, I will come back and show kind of what we got for lines and everything. Alright, so we made it back to the regular season to start Season 2 off. Here is our lineup. Still not great. We have just basically a bunch of people signed to 1-year contracts. Our defense is actually getting decent chemistry here, so that's kind of nice. Our forwards are not, and our goalies, we do have it 80 overall, so that's something. This team might be a little bit more competitive, but I still fully expect to finish last. So we're just going to simulate up to the trade deadline, and I will be back. Alright, we're here at the trade deadline, and we're just going to see if we can trade a few people off here. We can get 2027 a third-round pick here. We're not too worried there. And we're just going to see if we can bring some kind of assets. Third-round picks we will take. We can always use those to get other things, so as long as we are taking some stuff back, then we're all right. You see some 5ths here, some 4ths. We'll take a 4th. That's all right. Stenberg can come back up. He can come up to the NHL. He was playing in the AHL the whole season here. Let's actually check on him and see how he's been doing. So he's got 36 points in 65 games at a -22. That's okay. I'm not too worried about that because, I mean, look at what we have to work with. Look at what these guys have to be around them. So I'm not worried about that. That's where we're going to leave. Unless Aston Reese can fetch something decent here. We're too worried about that. I mean, I could go with a 5th. But Trevor Lewis can get maybe something decent. No. So that's where we're going to leave that. I'm going to sim up here towards the draft and the end of the season, and we'll see where we finish off. Alright, so we finished the season off 1953-10, so a fairly big improvement from the last season. We actually were not too far behind the Flames. We were 9 points behind them. So not too crazy far behind. And we're going to simulate up here to the draft. We'll see who wins the cup, and we'll see what our draft lottery odds are looking like. And see what's going on from there. Let's see. And going on. We did actually win our last game of the season, along with a 9-5 win over Philly. I do not know how we managed to score 9 goals, but we're going to take it. Really, we're putting up some points, so that's nice to see that. And we're going to, we got players ready. Central Scouting's got their scouting ranks out. We're just going to sim on. It looks like the final 4 there. Who's going to win the cup? Pittsburgh is the Stanley Cup champions. Good for them. Crosby another cup, and we've lost the draft lottery again. 1-3. Chicago and Winnipeg both move up. Come on. Calgary as well. They drop down 2 slots. That is brutal. Seems like even if you finish last, you really don't have the best odds, is what that seems. So we're gonna see here. Ooh, we have somebody who is go sign a scout. No, we can re-sign. We'll deal with that after the draft. We're not going to do draft interviews. We're not going to worry about that. Let's go into the draft and see what we can get done here. What are we looking at for a draft class? We haven't really looked at it. Landon Dubois. Okay. That would be a nice one to get. This Fred Costa. Wow, he's got a lot. 49 goals, 47 assists. Yeah, okay. Let's see if we can trade up. See if we can get this number 1 overall pick. Going to be probably pretty hard to get. Stunberg is up to a 79, so that is nice to see. We're probably going to have to give up our first and a couple seconds. I'll try with 1 second to see. No, going to at least be that. Probably more even to get up to that first overall pick, but having a potential franchise defenseman there is going to be big for our squad, so I do not mind giving up all these. They are not doing that, so let's try a 2032 first. Still saying no. We're going to try to add a second. They're not liking it. Oh, we're getting close, though. I think that means we're getting close. Let's try a third here. No. So maybe another second will do it up here. Hopefully, no. Wow. Have to go up 3 first-round picks to potentially have this first overall pick. It still doesn't do it. That is insane. Okay, I guess we are not getting that first overall pick. Sorry, that is not happening. We will get more. What is our number 3 guy here saying? He's a 2-way forward, 6'5". I'm really not looking that big on that. Holy, here we go. Mowers, 54 goals, 41 assists. That's what we like to see. And 6'4" center, that could be interesting. This Fred guy is interesting too, so maybe we can try to trade for the second pick, which Winnipeg actually doesn't want. So that is interesting. Maybe they'll take 2 firsts. You know what? Actually, before we even give 2 firsts, let's try a first in 2 seconds, because if they don't want it, that's kind of close. That is kind of close. If they don't want that second overall pick, there we go. Worth it. That is nice. Let's see what we get here. We have the second and third overall picks. Let's see what we get out of that guy. 80 overall. We have 3 left wingers now. 3 medium elite left wingers. That is okay. And we're just going to go straight on in and take Mowers as well. That is going to be a nice pick to go with. That's our first center to come in. Yeah, I like that. And we'll simulate a few ahead here. And see, is there anybody else that's really jumping out? Galchenyuk guy, doesn't have much. He's NHL ready. About 2 goals, 7 assists. He hasn't really done anything with his time. He's a 2-way D. Just not really jumping out. Now this guy here, he's got good stats. He's got elite speed. He's a 1-year ready, but I mean on our squad he's probably already ready. What's this defenseman here? 37 assists. Let's see. we'll simulate a couple more picks here and see. Looks to be a lot of elite players here still popping up. Yeah, let's just go to our pick. It's alright for the first bit. And let's see what comes available here. It's Eklund. Eklund doesn't have any stats. Let's try to go for the goalie. We do need a decent goalie. It's a backup, so maybe we can develop him. It's going to take us a lot longer to develop goalies than it will to develop anything else. There's no elite potential goalies, at least that our scouts have seen. So that's unfortunate. Let's try going with the defenseman here. I don't mind taking a couple stabs here, some later rounds for something. If they end up being, kind of nothing picks, and they end up being nothing picks, that's okay. We're down to the medium elites here. This guy 1 goal, no stats really. Try for the center. Yeah, it's alright. And we'll do the same thing here. We'll just keep taking stabs, seeing if we can find somebody. Grigorenko, right there. 6'3" isn't bad. Top 4D, low potential. That's okay. And here in the 7th round, we're just going to take a stab here. Nothing there's really jumping, and we do have a high backup goalie here, so maybe we'll take a stab at that. AHL starter, high potential. That could be something for us in a couple of years. Maybe he develops into just an NHL starter. So this is where we're going to end off this video. I'm going to do all my re-signings and everything else. And then we will start up on the next video with the start of the new season. Actually, just kind of have a look here. We got some expiring people, but just kind of to have a look at what we have in our system now is we do have, not expiring, we do have some elite players here coming in. We are pretty stacked on the left wing. We have 3 left wingers, all medium elite potential, so that's very good. We have 2 centers coming in and a defenseman. So we're starting to get some forwards filling out the group there. I imagine a couple of these guys will make NHL, so it's good to see them develop. Goalies, we don't really have anything there yet. We're hoping to see something, but I'm going to leave this off here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you've enjoyed this video and the start of the Halifax Highlanders rebuild, retool, re-everything right from scratch. And I will see you in the next video. Consider liking and subscribing if you did enjoy, and I will catch you later on.